A shocking New York Yankees trade could be incoming as the reporters revealed the New York Yankees are interested in Gavin Lux of the Los Angeles Dodgers, who will be traded off the team after the Dodgers acquired Ha-Seong Kim, and for the Yankees to replace Gleyber Torres. And I think that trading Marcus Stroman for him would be a very smart move for the New York Yankees if they could pull it off, which might not be very likely. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into things as usual. And if you guys like the content, make sure to subscribe. It helps me out a ton. 13% of viewers are subscribed to the channel right now. Let's try to get those numbers up. But let's get into some baseball talk. Gavin Lux is probably going to get traded off the Los Angeles Dodgers. They signed Ha-Seong Kim out of Japan, and with that move, it has basically meant that Gavin Lux has lost his second baseman job. Gavin Lux was the 9-hole hitter for a powerful Los Angeles Dodgers team that won the World Series, obviously, as we all know. And Lux is a very mid player. He's not bad at all. He's a fine player. He's not compelling. He's not a great fielder, but he's not a bad fielder. He's a better fielder than Gleyber Torres. That's not Gleyber Torres. He's a better fielder than Gleyber Torres. It gives you something good. My mustache keeps going up, and it's annoying me. Look, if the New York Yankees wanted to have Gavin Lux, I don't see the point of them not trying to keep around Gleyber Torres instead. I don't think Gavin Lux is a lot better than Torres. However, I do think he is a little bit better. I feel like Torres would have been a smarter move, given there are some pluses on Gavin Lux. First of all, the New York Yankees have expressed interest in Gavin Lux, as we know. Last season, he posted a 100 WRC plus with 10 home runs with the Dodgers and is 27 years old on the final year of his contract. Now, as Sports Illustrated mentioned, the New York Yankees expressed interest in Lux several weeks ago, and the Seattle Mariners have been more aggressive in the pursuit of Gavin Lux. Now, the Seattle Mariners, if they want this guy, they'll probably get him, as it seems like they want him more than the New York Yankees do. However, the Yankees showing interest is definitely a pretty surprising sign. It felt like Jazz Chisholm was on a one-way street to being the second baseman. And if the Yankees were to acquire Gavin Lux, then Chisholm's staying at third in the hot corner, and they're going to have Lux as the second baseman. Gavin Lux is not a third baseman. He does not have the arm to do it. Obviously, Jazz Chisholm has an insane arm, and it is the one downside of taking him out of that hot corner is the fact that you don't get to use that arm. However, as we all know, second base is the more important fielding position. It's the harder position to field. It's a harder position to fill. And Jazz Chisholm is a downright phenomenal fielder, so it would be better for the team if he moved over to second base. It's why the Yankees had LeMahieu at second base for a while. He wasn't really a great athlete, but he was such a good fielder, one of the best gloves in baseball, that they just kept him at second, and it worked really well. The Yankees have struggled to have stability at second base since then. Obviously, when LeMahieu was playing second base, Gleyber was at shortstop, and that was a nightmare, and Gleyber's career never exactly recovered from that. But after that, they had one of the most error-prone second baseman in the league in Gleyber Torres. For all the things that Gleyber Torres was doing well, he was never a great fielder, and it really fell off a cliff later on as he also stopped being able to hit home runs. So obviously, Gleyber stopped being as compelling, but regardless, I don't really think Gavin Lux is the massive move you want to make here. I mean, last season had an on-base plus slugging of 703. OPS plus was slightly above average at 101. Solid player. I mean, he's an all right bat. He is a lefty, so getting a lefty and an infielder does solve two holes at once. So there is that. He's on a one-year contract, so you don't really have to pay him. He's a nice rental, and this is why I think the New York Yankees could get away with giving Marcus Stroman for Gavin Lux. Both guys are on a one-year deal. The Dodgers can do whatever the hell they want with Marcus Stroman. They're not afraid to pay anyone, so it would make some sense to make a move like that. The question is, what are the Mariners going to offer? Because they probably would be offering more than Marcus Stroman, but the Dodgers would likely want some sort of pitcher back just because the Dodgers like pitchers. So taking Stroman does make some sense there. The Yankees would probably have to pay some of Stroman's contract, but since the Dodgers don't care about paying people, they would likely be fine with eating some of it to acquire a guy you could kind of put in the bullpen or as a starter if you need one, especially Clayton Kershaw is probably gone. So they would need someone to, I guess, replace him. And this is also assuming that they don't get Roki Sasaki, and they are the favorites to get Roki Sasaki, so that would change things again. But Stroman last year, 4.31 ERA, started 29 of his 30 games, 154 innings pitched, whip was not good. He really did not have a great season. He started off well, but he fell off a cliff. He gets rattled very easily. So he is someone who it's a risk to take him because he's very, very, very inconsistent. However, there could be some interest there. I could see that move making sense. But with Lux, I mean, the numbers just, you look at them, and they're just so similar to Gleyber Torres' numbers. I mean, Lux had a better WAR, which is nice. But Torres, I mean, basically same LPS, same OPS plus. All that stuff seems the same. There's not really a massive difference between these two guys. The one big difference is that Gavin Lux does bat from the left side. The Yankees could use another lefty hitter at the end of their lineup. You can then move some things around, make it work out. Gavin Lux can be your 8, 9-hole hitter. Probably your 9-hole hitter because you'll probably have a righty, probably Anthony Volpe. If the Yankees were to acquire Gavin Lux, you'd have to imagine that Anthony Volpe is going to lead the team off next season. So you would have Volpe starting. You'd have a lefty behind him at the 9th hole. So, I mean, behind him, but you also know it's the 9th hole. It's a little bit different. However, it could be a very interesting move for the New York Yankees. Now, the fact that the Mariners are interested in acquiring Gavin Lux makes me imagine that the New York Yankees are not going to land him. The Mariners don't have hitting. They don't. They have one of the best pitching rotations, if not the best pitching rotation in baseball. My ring light is about to fall right onto my computer. That's great. And it really becomes this situation of, okay, someone on the Mariners has to get a hit. Like, they don't have hitting. They're an awful hitting team and have maybe the best rotation in baseball. So it feels like they're probably just going to land him. Yeah, again, Lux is not a really compelling hitter, but he's capable. He can play second base. That would help the Mariners as well as it would the Yankees. So if the Mariners want him, they'll probably outbid the New York Yankees. The Yankees have more things to do. They have more outlets. They could ride with DJ LeMahieu, one of the Oswalds, whether it's Oswaldo or Oswald. You could do one of them, Cabrera, Peraza. I mean, Oswaldo Cabrera, I would guess, would be the guy they go to at third base more often. I think they'll start with LeMahieu, realize DJ LeMahieu no longer has anything left in the tank, and they'll move towards Cabrera. It feels like the Yankees just don't want to give Peraza a shot. I would prefer it be Peraza if I had to pick. I think there's a chance. I think Peraza still has the highest ceiling. He's only 24 years old. He's a good athlete, so you get a really good base runner in the process. Maybe he's not the fielder that Oswaldo is, but he also might be. We're really yet to see. I mean, remember, Peraza was viewed as the Yankees' future shortstop because there's a lot of fear that Anthony Volpe would not be a good enough fielder to play shortstop. That was proven wrong, but at the same time, you look at the New York Yankees, you got a young... Why does Brian Cashman not use young guys? I don't see a single argument to play DJ LeMahieu over either of the Oswalds at this point. It's really hard to imagine DJ LeMahieu is going to remember how to play baseball after all these injuries and all these years and being 35 and seemingly washed up for the last 3 years. It just doesn't add up for me. I would rather be an Oswald. At the same time, if the Yankees want to get Gavin Lux, I'm not against it at all. I think it gives you a lefty. I'm not thrilled by it, but it doesn't really move the needle that much. But it could help the team out. I would be very interested in doing it, but I do want to know what you guys think. So let me know down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'll make sure to respond to the comments. I'm trying to get better at that. Guys, have a great day and go Yankees.